What's up, guys? Whitehorse here, going to be giving you guys a deck profile today. First, before we start, I wanted to go through a few things. So, I'm officially back. I'm going to be doing YouTube videos again. And I'm going to be doing much like we used to. Videos such as deck profiles, locals final matches, and much more. I figured why not go ahead and just give you guys my deck profile that I secured my national invites with as my first video back. And so that's what I'm going to do today. Starting now, I will be doing videos throughout the week, and there will be some editing in these videos. That's going to be one big change. And yeah, so I'm going to make a few shout outs before we start the video. Shout outs to my team, of course, Team Ace. You guys are awesome, and thank you guys who helped me play test and get the deck ready for the event. My group here at home, the boys, they know who I'm talking about. Thank you guys also for play testing and the finalizing for the list. And also big shout out to Arkham's Games and Comics in Bainbridge, Georgia. They hosted the event, and it was a pretty awesome event, and everything went well and smooth. And definitely will be looking forward to going back there. A lot of great people there. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and start the deck profile. I got third place at the OTS championship with this deck in Bainbridge, Georgia, and I got my Nats invite. And my matchups were Runic Sprite, Dark Worlds, let's see, Kashtira, Tri-Brigade Sprite, and a Trap Tricks. And I went undefeated in Swiss and lost in top 4 to an old friend of mine, Justin Meredith, playing Sky Strikers. So without further ado, here's the list. So we're going to go start off with 3 Fallen of Albaz. It's pretty much mandatory. You always need Albaz. Having 3 is great for the access to Brand of Fusion. 3 Aliber. This card is always so good. You always want to see this if you can to get your 1 combo started. 3 Bystial Magnamut. So I know a lot of people are cutting Bystials, but I really like the ratios that I have. So I'm going to go through first with that. I got 2 and 2 of Lebellion and Druis Worm and 1 Saronir. I really like these ratios because to me it feels like not only does it help the deck kind of combo off, but these, like having these at 2 and 3, makes it feel like it's enough interruption for rogue decks this format, like the Mirror Match or Sky Striker. To me, it seems like it applies a lot of pressure for those decks, so I like to see these as much as possible. And plus, they're big bodies, so like you can always like OTK your opponent, and these help with that. So this deck is pretty easy to OTK with. So, and then for the 1-ofs, we play 1 Tragedy, 1 Cartesia, 1 Albion the Shrouded Dragon, and 1 Tri-Brigade Mercurier. These at 1 felt really nice. I didn't have any complaints here. So yeah. And then for the final monster, its hand trap is Nibiru. This card is super good, this format, because it really hurts Kashtira and a lot of other decks. But mainly against Kashtira, this card is sweet. It always came up in all my games. And I have a spicy tech for the side for people who like also would use it against me. We'll get to that in a minute. But the monster lineup is 21. For the spells, we got 3 Allure Darkness. Feel like if you're playing a lot of dark monsters, you always have targets. Even if you like have to banish something you don't want to, because you can always shuffle it back with Lebellion for a fusion. So this card is sweet. I did side it out a lot though. 3 Super Polymerization. If this card's at 3 and you're playing a fusion deck, you have to play this card. It's just too good. And then, of course, the 3 Branded Fusion. You have to play it if you're playing Branded. It's a must. This card is insane. I think it'll probably get hit to 1 on the list, but that is yet to come, and we'll just have to wait and see. 2 Opening. I didn't really ever want a 3rd. I know seeing Aliber is like very important to get to your Branded Fusion to combo off. But with me playing 3 Aliber, 3 Branded Fusion, and 2 of this, I feel like I had plenty of options to see the card. And I know everybody says like the deck can't play through Ash, but if you like play this and, you know, your opponent doesn't know your hand, then you could fake them and like they could ash this. I mean, it really just depends, but this card's good. The protection really comes up a lot too. And then for the 1-ups, Regain, White, Lost. I never wanted to see these at any more copies, so they were pretty good. And this is recyclable with a trap card that I play in my deck. And then for the last 2 1-ups is Gold Sark and Called By. This card actually was a lot better than I thought. When I banished the Mercurier, use it to get like Cartesia and just combo off, it was really good. And then like using this also to banish the Tragedy to get Alibur was also really good. That's it for the spells. It's 16 spells. And then for the last 3 of the deck to round it out at 40 is Banishment, Beast, and Retribution. All these cards are good, especially this one. I didn't like this card for a long time, especially the last format with Tier Limits, because I felt like with playing Shifter in this deck was just way better than playing like cards like this, because like against Tier, you know, you hurt them and what they want to do. But this format, it's really good, being able to recycle your spells and reuse them. So, but yeah, that's the deck. It's 40, and then we're going to move on to the extra deck. So, get the tokens out of the way. We got 1 Garua, Super Poly target. And we got 2 Albion. This card is super good. I've never really wanted to ever like make this all the time, but at times to really get started it was good to do like the Lebellion line, the Bystial Lebellion line and whatnot. 2 Lebellion, because if you are playing against decks that rip from the extra deck, you want to have access to having being able to shuffle cards back to make your other big bodies. And if they get rid of these, if you're playing one and they get rid of these, then you just kind of ruins that. So 2 Masquerade. Time is a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I hate it, but sometimes you have to like prepare for it. And playing 2 of these, I feel like is really good. Also decks like Sprite. To me, I feel like this is always the best card to play against Sprite, because if you have 2 of these and they starter, they're just paying so many life points right there just to like combo off in their deck, and like in the long term it's going to hurt them because they won't really have a lot of life points to work with, and it makes easier for killing them because of your big bodies. So, and then now we got some of the 1-ofs fusions here. So these guys are really good. I'll have a play, I'll explain with this. These cards are actually really nice. These, I made a lot, and their effects are really sweet, especially this one. This one being able to cheat out the Quertus is really funny. And then Quertus is just crazy. Like, I played against a Tri-Brigade guy, I made this, and he tried to, like, swing, and I just decreased everything to 0, and he pretty much couldn't do anything. Draco's okay. It's more or less a super poly target. And then the Borreload Furious Dragon. This card is awesome because you can pop itself and a card your opponent controls and then use your opening to save it. So it's a free pop. Also, it's a 3,000, and if you're playing against any deck that plays dragons, it's really good because it's like free super poly target. So it's really nice. It came up a couple times. 2 Mirror Jade. Mirror Jade is, I mean, it's one of the best monsters in the deck. Non-target banish and blow up the field is really sweet. And then my last is Proskinian. Proskinian came up a couple times. This card is really good if you are going into time, because you can just call a battle phase and then just swing and then deal damage after it destroys. So, and it's really hard to beat around because it's 3,200. So I like this card a lot. I played it over the Chimera. So then for the side deck, we got 3 Lancia. Lancia is fine. This card is really good against Cash. If you Lancia them on their turn, they can't really do anything, and they just have to like pass. So this card was a lot better than I thought going in this weekend. And then the card I would actually probably cut is Lava Golem. I sided this card in, and I played it one time, and I hated it because I can't normal summon or set after I summon it. So I can't normal summon my Alibur and get Brand of Fusion. So I out their board, but I can't like really do anything. So I just had to stabilize with Bystials. So it was okay, but I probably will cut it. 2 Contact C, this card was insane. This card really hurts Branded and hurts a lot of other decks that has to have certain types for links. And this card was phenomenal. I probably will always try and play this for this format, especially like with a lot of Tri-Brigade and Branded going around and stuff like that. I'll probably up this and play it at 3 because this card was just always really good. So that's it for the monsters in the side deck. We have 3 crossout. So this is the card I was talking about with the Nibiru. If I sided these in and I go off and I see this card in my hand, I don't have to worry about nib, because like I can just activate crossout if they nib me and just continue to go off and set up a board that they can't break. So that was one cool thing about this weekend. Also, I play these for this. So a lot of times if I'm going second, I will side this package in because my opponent goes first and they do have this and they set it, and I see a crossout, I can basically go off on my turn, and if they activate this, just chain the crossout, call this, and then I can just continue to go off and just cook them. So this card was pretty sweet in the deck. Outside of like the crossout, I mean, it came up against like a couple matchups, like against Trap Tricks and Sword Soul. I would side this in, so it was pretty sweet. And then the last 3 are evenly. This card is just one of the best cards in the game right now. Branded, I don't care what anyone says, Branded can't really play around this. They can stabilize and like on crackback like recuperate from it, but like there's no way I've seen has the deck been able to play around it. So like this card is just insane. So, but that's it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'm going to be doing videos again pretty regularly. I'm going to be incorporating some editing as well into my videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have 2 videos up today, this one and another one. And I will start having videos weekly for you guys to watch. And as always, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything. All the subscribers, I appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.